So, not even a full day after the Livigno update dropped, which everyone already knows was one of the best updates this game has ever had, the devs have already gone ahead and announced what's next. And this time, it's not another flashy new style, it's not another master rarity. It's something the community has been asking for nonstop. A full-on balancing update. That's right, the very next patch is going to be all about balance changes, and the headline for this one is none other than Aiku. And a little spoiler, Nelrin is also in the balancing list, but we will talk about it later. For now, I just wanted to ask you if you like my content. I'm going to be happy if you are going to subscribe and like this video. Seeing your activity makes me happy and keeps me motivated to make daily videos. Just for you guys, so yeah, thank you so much in advance. Let's get to the main topic. Now, before I dive in, let's be clear about what they said. The devs wrote this exact line in Discord. We will rework Aiku later on, sometime soon. This is more of a balancing update to make him better. Temporary will swap moveset. So here's what that means. The next update will not be the big, final Aiku rework. That's still coming later. What this update will do is revert him to his OG moveset, fix some animations, and swap out a couple things so he's actually playable again. Think of it like a halfway step. They're admitting he's broken right now, they're acknowledging the rework that gave him snake shots and weird territory was a disaster, and they're saying, okay, let's reset him for now until we give him a full rework soon. And honestly, that's the best call they could make. And if you want more proof, look at the polls. They literally asked the community in a balancing week poll, do we want to revert Aiku to his OG moveset? And guess what? 68% of players voted yes. That's a huge majority. It shows what everyone has been saying for months. People don't want goofy snakes, broken territory zones, or awkward snake shots. People want the OG Aiku back. They want the clean defender who actually felt like a top-tier mythic, not a glitchy mess that you barely see in matches anymore. So, with the community vote in, it's confirmed. Next update, we're finally going to see Aiku return to form. And it doesn't stop there. One of the lead devs also said, next week we're going back and fixing a bunch of obvious stuff and Aiku is top of the list. We want to revert him but rework his Awk header move to be actually good, instead of that Roblox Studio toolbox looking stuff. That right there is gold. They're not only reverting him, they're already improving his awakening header. Everyone has joked about how bad that move looked. Stiff, awkward, like it was pulled out of a Roblox toolbox instead of animated properly. That's not what a mythic, or now a potential world class, should feel like. So them fixing that move specifically while reverting him to the OG kit shows they're not just resetting, they're polishing too. And that's exactly what Aiku has needed. If you're like me, you probably hated how Aiku turned out after his rework. He went from one of the most promising defenders in the game to one of the least played. His snake animations looked silly, his trap ability felt unfun to play against, and then after nerfs, he just disappeared completely. I barely see him once a week now, and that's with me playing every single day. So this revert is huge. It gives us back the old Aiku, the one with solid tools, reliable defense, and animations that made sense, while setting up the stage for his true rework later. That's the kind of balance decision the game needed. And by the way, Aiku isn't the only one being touched. The devs also confirmed that Rin is on the balancing list too. I'm going to make a separate video just about Nelrin because he deserves the spotlight. But let me just give you a quick preview. His domain, HO, is being scrapped. Instead, they're giving him back his OG curved shot from his past moveset. That's right. The classic curved shot is returning, and people are hyped. But like I said, Rin deserves his own video, so I'll leave it at that for now. Back to Aiku though. The biggest part of this update is what it represents. The devs are admitting they messed up with his first rework. They're admitting players don't like the snakes, the territory gimmicks, or the awkward animations. And instead of just doubling down, they're actually reverting him until they can build something better. That's rare in live service games, but it's exactly what Rivals needed. It shows they're listening, not just pushing out content. And it's not just about Aiku or Rin either. This whole balancing patch is stacked. One of the most interesting polls they dropped asked, should we disable abilities for the first 2 to 3 seconds during kickoff? Prevents annoying immediate steal moves? And the results were insane. Around 88% of players voted yes. That's almost unanimous. And honestly, it makes perfect sense. How many times have you been frustrated when someone spawns in, dashes immediately, and steals the ball before you can even react? It's annoying, it feels cheap, and it makes kickoff a joke. By disabling abilities for the first 2 or 3 seconds, they're making kickoff fair again. You'll still have to play smart, but you won't lose possession instantly to someone spamming a steal move with 0 counterplay. That's good balance. It's not pay to win, it's not style abuse, it's just fair football. Think about what this means big picture. We just had one of the most hype master rarity launches ever with Lavinho, complete with boosted spin odds, a Brazil-themed lobby, and insane animations. And now, instead of trying to rush into another new style, the devs are pivoting into balance. They're saying, okay, let's fix the old problems now. Let's bring Aiku back to life. Let's make Rin playable again. Let's tune Kickoff so it feels fair. That's the kind of pacing the game has been missing. New content is exciting, but if the old content feels broken or dead, people lose interest. Balancing patches like this keep the game healthy, and they make the hype from Lavinho last longer. And it's worth saying, this Aiku revert is just the beginning. The devs already made it clear that a full rework is still coming. This isn't the final step, it's the halfway point. So right now we get OG Aiku back with better awakening headers, and later we'll get a proper full kit, designed for current mythic standards. That's exciting because it means we'll see him playable again soon, and then later we'll see him evolve into something even better. It's a win now, and a win later. The fact that the community votes are lining up with dev announcements is also a good sign. 68% voted for OG Aiku Revert, 88% voted for Kickoff Ability Disable. Those are strong majorities, and the devs are actually following through. That builds trust, it shows the polls matter, they're not just for show. And when players feel like their votes shape the game, the whole community feels more engaged. So yeah, let's recap. Less than a day after Lavinho dropped, the devs announced the next update will be a balancing patch. The headline change is Aiku being reverted to his OG moveset, with awakening headers reworked into something actually good. This is a temporary fix until his full rework later, but it's already a huge win. Rin is also getting reverted, with his domain removed and his old curved shot coming back, though I'll talk more about him in another video. And finally, the kickoff system is about to change, with abilities disabled for the first 2 to 3 seconds to stop unfair steals. All of this is good news. It's the devs admitting past mistakes, listening to community votes, and making moves to keep the game fair and fun. And after the success of Lavinho's launch, it's exactly the kind of follow-up the game needed. So that's the breakdown. I'm personally really excited to play Aiku again once he gets his OG kit back. I think this update is going to be one of the healthiest we've seen in a long time. Let me know what you think. Are you hyped for OG Aiku's return? Do you agree with disabling kickoff abilities? And are you ready for Rin's curved shot comeback? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this balancing patch is shaping up to be huge. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown of the upcoming balancing update, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps the channel grow.